you read?
My name is Lenny Lapon, and I'm a retired teacher. I taught here in Springfield, Massachusetts for 16 years. Also, we're standing in front of the Jewish Community Center, where 20 years ago I coached children's basketball and softball teams. And today I've chosen this spot to make a public statement renouncing my Israeli citizenship. The reason I've chosen this spot is that last week there was a demonstration here which was in favor of Israel and the bombings of Gaza and everything that they're doing, that 350 people attended right here at the JCC in Springfield, and it was co-sponsored by the Jewish Federation of Western Massachusetts that also has their offices here. So now I'd like to make my statement. On October 19th, 2010, my plane landed in Israel, and instantaneously I was awarded Israeli citizenship with identification card number 0127-06735, solely because I am Jewish. Through reflection and study, I have come to realize that this act was a travesty of justice. There are several million Palestinians and their descendants who cannot enter and/or live and move freely in their native historical homeland. For several decades, I believed, as most Jews do, that the establishment of the Jewish state of Israel was an answer to the Nazi Holocaust and other persecutions of Jews through the centuries, such as the Russian pogroms, the Spanish Inquisition, and the Crusades. However, none of these atrocities were carried out by Palestinians, and none of them justify the atrocities and other injustices perpetrated upon the Palestinian people by the Zionist movement in the State of Israel for over a century. I am referring to the racist colonization of Palestine, the Nakba, or catastrophe of 1948, whereby the establishment of Israel as a state was accompanied by the destruction of hundreds of Palestinian Arab villages, massacres of thousands of men, women, and children, and the forced exile of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians from their homeland. Subsequently, Israel has embarked upon an aggressive, Nazi-like expansion and a brutal, inhuman military occupation of nearly half a century. As a serious student of the Nazi Holocaust, I can only be horrified at the disgrace that the State of Israel and its Jewish supporters continue to bring upon the memory of Jewish Holocaust victims. It's a moral abomination to emulate Nazi tactics in the name of the Jewish people and their alleged security. Cowardly massive bombings and slaughter of civilian populations who have no air force to protect them. Collective punishment and torture, mass incarcerations, destructions of thousands of homes, and the vicious blockade and ghettoization of Gaza. Israel is not becoming an apartheid state, it already is one, with separate and unequal laws and policing for its Jewish citizens on the one hand, and for its non-Jewish, mostly Arab citizens and victims of the occupation on the other hand. It is with a newfound clarity of thinking and analyzing a very emotional tragedy that I have thrown off the shackles of Zionist propaganda and am proudly and publicly renouncing my Israeli citizenship, effective immediately. At the same time, I denounce the ongoing colonial oppression of the Palestinian people, a terrible injustice that is greatly facilitated by U.S. tax dollars supporting the vast Israeli military machine. I also encourage other Jews to educate themselves and to stand on the side of the oppressed. Again, I'm Lenny Lapon.
How do you feel after hearing Mr. Lapon's statement?
I feel very just like happy to know that there are people in America, and there are people who we know who want to stand up for what's right, who want to stand up for the people who are being oppressed, because there is a lot of really bad things going on in Palestine, and just to know that there is one now former Israeli Jew who is standing up for the right of the Palestinians and denouncing his citizenship to Israel. It's very it's touching, and it's kind of him to stand up for us, and we appreciate it very much. So thank you.
Thank you.